What's up, lovers of whiskey and watchers of YouTube? I'm the Malt Activist, and we are back. We are back with another fantastic whiskey that I've been dying to try out for a very long time. In fact, this is a Malt Activist first. This is the first time we are reviewing this whiskey on this channel. I am, of course, talking about the Ardnamurchan. Before we begin, I just want to welcome our first-time viewers. Thank you for accidentally clicking on that thumbnail. I'm probably doing something right. Well, if you're here, let me interest you in some whiskey knowledge, some whiskey reviews, some whiskey rants, some whiskey lists, maybe even a vlog that's whiskey related. So if that sounds like music to your ears, then please hit that subscribe button and that bell icon, and let's give it to the algorithm. It is highly appreciated. To all those who are coming back and my returning viewers, you're the best, and I will never, ever be grateful enough for your patronage, for your love and your support. Okay, now to the whiskey at hand. I have with me the Ardnamurchan whiskey. Yeah, that's right. This is the batch 3, as you can see on the label, and this has been released in April 2021. So this is what I know about the distillery so far. It's a Western Highlands distillery. It's owned by the Adelphi Group, or the Adelphi Distillery. The spirit in this bottle that I have is 50-50, peated and unpeated. So there's two types of spirit that's gone into the barrel. It's 50% peated, 50% unpeated. This blend is 65% bourbon and 35% sherry casks. Okay, so that's what we know about the makeup of this whiskey. I believe it's roughly 6 years old, and that's all we know. But most importantly, what we do know is that this is non-chill filtered and it's not colored, and it's bottled at a fairly decent 46.8% ABV. So as of now, it's ticking all the boxes for me, and I am a happy camper. Now, I was introduced to Ardnamurchan by a friend of mine during one of our whiskey tastings, and even though I didn't really get a proper tasting, he lent me this bottle. It's not mine, it's his, so at some point I think I'm gonna have to give it back, but no promises. So he gave me this bottle, he said review it. I like it a lot, and from what I've seen on the web, it seems like it's made quite a mark. People seem to like it, and I think that's a good thing. So that's when I came across Ardnamurchan, and I kind of sort of left it on my shelf. I was like, I'll get around to it at some point. And then while I was judging the online Scotch Whisky Awards, I realized, wow, there's a lot of people that are interested in this distillery, because not only was Ardnamurchan shortlisted as the best distillery for 2022 and the best new distillery for 2022, one of their cask strength whiskies is in the running for the best Scotch whiskey of 2022 as well. So definitely piqued my interest. My ears sort of pricked up, and I said, okay, let's see what we have. Let's see what we have. Here you go, let's get a little pour. Yeah. There you go, that's nice. So natural color, non-chill filtered is the way we like it. This is a good, crisp, clean nose. That's what I like about this whiskey. That means it's pristine casks and expert blending. That's what the nose tells me right now. Okay, so I get lemon zest, pineapple, hints of smoke. It's quite earthy, lots of minerals, vanilla, and there's an overriding linseed oil quality to it, which in a good way, which I like. I think linseed oil or that varnish note can be quite off-putting if it's if it's very, very, very prominent. But if it's just there in the background and it's a supporting cast member, then it can add a nice nuance to the whiskey, and I think that's what it is doing here right now, which also means to me that this is quite an adventurous cut, if you know what I mean. And I think there's been like a concerted effort to make sure that this flavor profile is part of the whiskey bouquet. So adventurous cut, if you ask me. Interesting. Overall, I like the nose. It's very crisp. It's very, very honest. It's not overcomplicated, but it doesn't have to be. So I think it ticks all the boxes for me. It reminds me of what does it remind me of? It reminds me of like maybe a peated Annock, or even a Ben Riach, I guess. So interesting. But this overriding minerality to it is what I really like. That waxiness, which is coming through. I quite like that. Very, very sort of river pebbles, river rocks. And again, this minerality reminds me of Kleinlich. So I'm not sure if this is a formula that was, put together to mimic anything, but this is what I get. This is probably the closest benchmark I can find. I might even mistake this for a Kleinlich, purely on the basis of that minerality and that very crisp, clean lemon lime zest. Yes, I like it. Okay, well, I guess there's nothing left for me to do but dance. Ooh, wonderful delivery. Very creamy on the mouthfeel. Thank you. Non-chill filtration. It's quite malty. I get biscuits. Again, that minerality is back. It's a touch smoky, touch of honey, and that lemon citrus that's working quite well. Nice big finish with a hint of spice at the end. Woo! So I really like this. This is quite a nice creamy mouthfeel, and it kind of stays on your palate quite strongly. And I think, oh, this is a fine whiskey in my opinion. I really, really like it. Oh. At 6 years old, I think it's doing a fantastic job, given that the distillery opened in July 2014 and this was bottled in April 2021. So I'm guessing if it's from the earlier stocks, this is about roughly 6 years old. That's what the literature says. And wow, super big finish. Lovely delivery. Ah, man, I really like this. I really, really do. Whoa, okay. I can see why Ardnamurchan is making waves in the whiskey industry amongst the whiskey community. Because if they're going to produce spirit like this, then yeah, then I think they have a winner on their hands. And this is, this is a great whiskey and it's quite affordable. I found it for about 45 pounds or about $55 online. So, this won't even hurt your pocket if you get it. But still, it packs quite a punch thanks to the fairly decent ABV of 46.8%. I was gonna say the colors. The flavors are on point. The mouthfeel is fantastic. Wow, I have nothing really bad to say anything about this whiskey. I think this is, yeah, I think this is a wonderfully constructed dram. I might have liked it to be slightly sweeter. I would have liked those citrusy notes to be a little sweeter, but that's fine. I like it the way it is. If it was just a bit sweeter, I think it would have been absolutely perfect. But I think this is a very, very nice dram, very above average. I'll give it a 7.5 B+. And then I think that's good for this whiskey. And I would highly recommend you get your hands on this if you can. I believe there were like 17,000 bottles made. So I think fairly easy to find, not much issue sourcing this bottle. So yeah, if you have 45 pounds to spare, then I suggest give the Ardnamurchan a try. Yes. Okay, and now before I sign off, don't forget to log on to oswa.co.uk, the online Scotch Whisky Awards, where Ardnamurchan is one of the shortlisted entries in the best distillery and the best Scotch category. I'm not saying go vote for Ardnamurchan. I'm saying go make your voice heard. There's a public poll, and if you click on that, you'll be able to cast your votes for what you think is the best whiskeys around the world and the best distilleries around the world. So make yourself heard. That's why we do the Oswas. And yes, more power to you, more power to the people, and more power to people that drink good whiskey. All right, thank you for joining me for this whiskey review. Like I said, please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. It means a lot to me. And if there's nothing else, then I'd just like to say, I'm the Malt Activist. Until next time.